like he jumped on me and then he laid down next to me.
These are the ladies working from home. Hi, ladies.
Essential workers.
They're not really working. They're shopping on American Eagle. And where do you shop? Ulta.
So yesterday, the girl that I follow for workouts, someone asked her, like, she was like, ask me questions. And someone asked her, like, how do I lose my bakery arms? Like you know, the big ass, yeah. And I'm like, that's funny because that's something I would ask. Like, and she's like, honestly, she showed a picture and it's insane.
No. Hey, what the hell are you doing? This is Amy.
No.
¿De dónde lo agarró?
No sé. Pinche
No, se
perro.
subió de allí. Eso nunca ha estado en el suelo.
She's gonna be bad.
Pues sí, mami, platícame.
Sí, no quiere, no quiso. Dijo no, gorda.
Does your skin look clear?
I have to fuck with
I
the
always look
edits.
white, low key.
Me too, look.
Well, you guys are pretty pale right now.
Yeah,
in
I
the
was
winter.
looking at that. You should fucking do it, man. A lot of people are on Twitch gaming and making money.
That's why I tell him, I'm like,
Oh, I'm done.
Latinos do that, Ruth.
Eso no es, eso es
They don't
una
want to. They don't want to get rid of anything.
Ahorita en
They
el
eat it, even
frío,
if it's running.
no te dis-
Yeah, when mi mamá se siente mal y no ha tomado sus pastillas que le compré de anemia or whatever, iron.
digo, ven la situación y no hace nada, nada, Dios mío.
Is this supposed to taste like this?
Well, keep it in mind, it's raw.
How do you? Oh, you cook this?
Cinco tomates.
Yeah, he
with
fried
oil,
them.
fool.
It has refrigerated taste though, huh?
¿Sabe feo?
No.
I don't know this was raw.
Vane, no metas cosas en la cabeza y ya nadie se los va a comer.
I'll eat them. I don't
yo
care.
no.
I'll eat them. They're fine. Don't throw them away. No los
They
tires.
get more though. For real.
Mami,
They probably
Yo
got
lo
raw.
sabía.
tenemos,
What is
look
that?
at, we have cream cheese and cabbage. That's all I care.
Cream cheese.
Cream, cheese, and cabbage.
Oh, cream, comma cheese.
Hay queso de polvo.
También, no sé
Tenemos repollo.
si repollo no creo. Vane, no.
Oh, quería ver si tenías extensiones.
You know the difference between cabbage and lettuce?
Pendeja, extensiones secas.
Yes.
Mira mi nueva cámara, ni dijiste nada.
Qué bonita. Chingona, mamacita, como la dueña.
Ey, ok, ¿qué quiere? ¿Qué quiere? Ok, crema, check.
Queso seco.
Queso
cotija.
seco.
Yo vi 2 tarritos, no sé
Oh,
dónde.
allá atrás lo miro, cotija.
¿Segura? Pero
Sí,
leche,
pero
queso,
deja ver si no están
mal.
podridos. A ver. See the date?
What?
Esto vencido, December 26. Oh my God, I'm gonna get filled with these issues. Like January 8th. Esto es de enero 8. Este es enero 8. Este queso. Oh no, yeah. I'm gonna get to work, and I'm gonna get dressed, and I'll be right back. Te miras como la mamá de Jenny en los episodios de la Mariposa del Barrio.
Jenny, ya no quiero que sufras tanto, mija. Quiero que te encuentres a alguien que te quiera, que te respete.
No como el pinche trino. Boy, it's dirty, machito. Mira qué sucio. You look busted, buddy. ¿Por qué no haces caso? Beatriz! So we're not gonna do liner. So I'm gonna just do regular foundation. I'm gonna go from pale to I work at the cheesecake. Sometimes I'd be running late and I always had a lipstick in my car. And I would always have like a red because if I was looking real busted, I knew that the red would save my life, and the red would just make everyone look at the red and not look at my crusty ass eyebrows or eyes. Yeah, real today, y'all gonna see behind the scenes. That's funny. And you know what's crazy? I'm doing a giveaway and I comment like, what do you guys want to see on the podcast? What do you guys want to see on the podcast this new year or hear about? And somebody said behind the scenes, so this is a good way to start. A lot of people said dating. which is exciting, like dating and relationship advice. Sometimes I don't like to do all that because I feel like people always speak based on experiences, you get me? So everything that I talk about is experiences. And I don't like to get in depth because relationships is a very touchy subject. Like there's people that tolerate certain things and like, you know, just like I would tolerate certain things. And there's people that don't tolerate certain things. So it's like who to tell like, oh, don't let your man do this or let your man do this, you know? I guess that's why you got to give it in your perspective. Like, but sometimes it's hard because I be talking like you know, I should just be like, you know what I do, but it's like it's not even what I do because I'm not dating and I'm not in a relationship. So when I said shut the fuck up, but maybe people still want to hear what I gotta say, huh? So I would say 2 solid relationships and the other ones were like bootleg dating, which there was no rules to that because I was just doing me.
You guys are not gonna go walking with Gima? Or you don't feel like it? Or I'll go with
I
her.
might pass today.
Okay, so I might go with her then?
She wants to go today. Maybe don't bring it up. You think she'll forget?
Yeah.
Don't try this at home, guys. I mean, you should because you're in quarantine. So you're going to probably have to trim. I'm trimming these, guys. So shout out. Look, let me say something for the hairy bitches. Because, hey, back then, I think I just cut too much. Yeah, I think I did something right there. But I really don't care. Isn't that funny? Because it's going to grow back. Back to being a hairy bitch because it's going to grow back. But I'm going to have to fill that in. This is why they say don't fuck with your eyebrows if you don't know what you're doing. Well, 2021 is coming. Ours anniversary. RRR is the Real The Bachelor and the Blacklist podcast. If you guys are subscribed to YouTube, you know that already. This is your first time watching, bitch. What the fuck is up? I have a podcast and it's growing. It's on its way to be that bitch, just like the owner. And we're working her up there because this boss bitch here, well, I kind of was born like a boss bitch, but you know, it took time to create this strong woman here. So we're gonna do that with the podcast. But yeah, so it's gonna be 3 years that I started it. A lot of people are like, oh my god, it doesn't feel like 3 years, which is, I found the Tuesday, so I'm going in, which is true because it doesn't. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't feel like 3 years. Number one, time flies, but let's really say like the real truth. When I first started the podcast, I didn't go 100%. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. No, I knew what I was doing. I didn't know all the work it required. And as soon as I started finding out everything I needed to do to keep this podcast running, bitch, I would get lazy. I was working. I just wanted to sleep. I was going out, drinking, having fun. I was very distracted. Very distracted. Point is, I started the podcast. And honestly, I didn't know everything it took. So I would kind of give up. Yep, that's the word. The word we don't like. I'd kind of lose faith, lose hope. I'm like, ugh, I have to go think about what I want to talk about. And that's why a year and a half went by, almost 2 years. I didn't really do much for the podcast. Supposedly it charged. It took a while, but I already did my foundation, which you can't even tell in the camera. I mixed both of these. And then I did bronzer a little bit, and then I did blush a little bit, and I did my eyebrows. Like, bitch, who asked you for these? Okay, so I really don't know what I'm doing, trust me. Or I use this highlighter. Like sometimes I apply the bronzer and the blush. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but it's like, am I putting this shit in the right place? So I don't know, bitch. So we're gonna do let's do it on this side first, so I can do the other side on Instagram. I didn't even spray it. Fuck. There we go. Can you see that? And sometimes I feel like somebody gonna come for me in these comments for this makeup. Sometimes I feel like I don't put the highlighter in. Now I'm hungry. Not that I don't like too much makeup. I don't like it too like boom in your face. Like, okay, we get it, you're wearing highlighter. You love highlighter, you know? I'm not really, when it comes to makeup, I'm really subtle. Cause I honestly feel very comfortable without makeup. A little too comfortable. Oh, you could see that. But I love lipstick. I really do love lipstick. I used to have a whole gang and now they're all old. I can't even really use them. I haven't really bought lipstick. I've been a terrible girl. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. That was whack. I could have done better. But it's okay. because I don't want it to be that extra. Don't be afraid to put your finger in there. That's what she said. Or he. Is that the UPS guy? So my mom, like a month ago, saw a fucking little roach in our kitchen. Yes, I know. Like, yes, I'm from the hood. I used to live with a, like, there used to be roaches. I've seen it all. But now, like now it ain't like that. Like, we moved to a better place like a few years back, and we keep it pretty fucking clean. Like, before it was because like the apartments were infested. That's the sad truth. So it was kind of like you would always see them, but these are new. This is a new building. It's not that old compared to everything else around LA like this. These are pretty new, so there's no excuses for no fucking animals or whatever critters. I've been beating myself up a lot. It's not too bad. So we saw a fucking roach like a month ago, and we were like, ew, what the fuck? We don't got roaches. We're not dirty. Like, we're not. And we just started using the dishwasher again, so like no dishes we left out really. So we're like, ew, like we're seeing a crowd from the neighbors, right? We're like, ew, probably the neighbor has roaches. So we're like, oh, maybe it like came through the walls, because we don't got roaches. We haven't had roaches since the years we've lived here, like almost 7 years or 6, I don't know. And so we did a complaint, which took like, we did not a complaint, but it's like, you know, you gotta report it, like so they could come kill them. Another packet. So they could come kill them. And let me tell you, the guy came yesterday. He was a guy. And usually they be sending like the señores, like the grown ass men, like, oh, ¿qué pasó? Like, you're like, yeah, come in, you know, we're nice. Would you like a glass of water? What am I doing? I don't even know, but I feel like the highlighter's too much. And I went yesterday to run some errands because I need to go pick up Amazon packages from USC, because there's like a at the USC there's like a locker, Amazon locker. It's where I always go. And I was like, I'm gonna go pick up them packages, go to the bank, run some errands. And my mom called me like, oh my God, you just missed. Cause you know the family swears they stay trying to hook me up. It's funny to me. That's sad, huh? Like when you're getting old and people start worrying that why are you single? They're like, oh, we saw this guy, like he would be perfect for you. And I'm just like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, okay, let him be fine. I'm over here being fine, let him be. Why you gotta reach out to me? So they reached out to me. And they're like, he was so cute. I'm like, okay. But they were like, no, like the roach guy was really cute. The fumigador guy, like the one that's gonna fumigate them. I'm like, okay, number one, not to be rude, but what if he smells like that chemical all the time? You know, like what if he smells like dead roaches? I was like, you guys know. And you know, I'm a very strong believer in like what's meant to be. So it's like, oh, it was a sign. Why wasn't I there? Why did I have to suddenly go run errands? Why did he come the time I had to leave? They're making a big deal that he was cute, that he was like thickums. And you know we love thickums. That he was thickums and he was really tall. He was like 5'10" is what they said. I really wish I could see him now, because they're really making it seem like I really want to see like how good their rating is. You know girls go crazy with height sometimes. Some girls be overdoing it. I'm like, no, he that big for a reason, so you don't see close up. Not to be a bitch, but to be a bitch, because it's not really all about height sometimes. Not for me. I mean, clearly if you look at, no, let's not talk about that. I mean, it's not a big deal. Make me laugh and you got me. I'm just kidding. So look, you know how you know I'm getting old? I'm gonna tell you how. Well, this is how I know I'm getting old. I had a little brown. This is how I know I'm getting old. This is how I know I'm getting old. I'll be checking men out. I know that sounds dumb, but I really wouldn't do it before. Like before I was very like, what's that word? I'm not gonna say cocky, but I was very like, I don't really check guys out like that, to be honest. Like I'm always like, oh, look at me, don't look at them. You know, I'm like assuming they're gonna look at me, which usually they do, because men look at anything that moves. So you know they're gonna look at you regardless. So you don't want to be like the thirsty girl, like you know. So I wouldn't look, and I would just drive. Like I remember when I would drive, I'd be like whipping and whatever I was whipping in, and I wouldn't care to look at these men. Because no, that was just my rule. And now I know I'm getting old because I be like them tias, you know, like them tias that be picking you up from high school and be like, oh honey, who's your teacher? That's me now. Even though my nephew is not, he's only 3. He gonna soon have some teachers though, so I'm excited about that. I'm kidding. So now I be looking, I've noticed, like when I go, if I'm walking, if I'm driving, I'll be looking in these cars now. Before I wouldn't look, and now that I'm looking, I'm like, all these papi chulos I was missing out on, because that could have sparked something, you know what I'm saying? Like I could have got somebody's number by like looking in the car, but I never looked until recently. I'm like, I still don't act thirsty though. I just be like, do like a, let me give you the second, like the seconds you should be looking at a man. How many seconds was that? Like 1.5. 1. Before it hit 2, you should be looking front already, girls. Okay, let me cut these again, even though they might be disastrous. Don't be cutting your eyebrows with regular scissors like me. Anyway, I hate when my eyebrows don't look the same. It bothers the fuck out of me. Anyway, so start looking in those cars is what I'm saying. You don't want to miss your boo thing. But yeah, so guy talk. Let's talk about boys. Oh my god, let's talk about boys. Who cares about boys? They on something else. Like, you know, I'm also watching the Jenny Rivera show, bitch. That really give me no hope for men too. It's just, I'm sorry to say, like, just like I'm not perfect, and they think, you know, they have their own problems with those men. I know don't like certain things we do, but I swear to you, men are from another fucking planet. And it is very true. I've had a few men admit to me, like, I really don't know what you're talking about, Vanessa. Like, in all honesty, no disrespect, they don't see the problem. They don't see it. That's why, ladies, you need to voice everything, even if you sound crazy, in a respectful manner. Don't be disrespectful, because sometimes they dumb. Like, to us, it's like, are you stupid? But you can't call them that, because that's how their brain will be working. So to them, it's normal. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's be a little gentle with these men. Not too gentle, please, not too gentle, because then they think that you they mama. And they see, this is why I don't want to give dating advice or nothing, because I have not seen a guy that, I have not met a man that has proved me wrong. And I think guys are a lot to deal with. That's why I'm like, God, if I'm a lesbian, tell me now. Which I know I don't like girls. But if I was, no, but you know, girls be acting like hoes too though. But if I was, like, I feel like I have really good relationship with women. Like, I get along with women, like, a lot. Like, they fuck with me. The real ones, at least. The fake ones stay away. And that's what I like. You know how people be like, oh, real recognize real? Well, guess what? Real recognize fake, and fake recognize real. So usually when you keep it real, fake people know better than to come at you and give you their bullshit. I look better in this camera, in this mirror, and in this camera I look busted. Let's see if I can move it, see, so you guys can see I don't look that ugly. I don't know, I get along with women, man. I just feel like I know when a guy is bullshitting, and then I'm like, I'm fucking with you, and they kind of feel that energy. And guys don't like girls that don't fuck with them. They hate us. They hate us. Like, they hate that we recognize it, and they're like, who does this think she is? She not even all that. Girl, bye. They like girls that, and this is not all men, this is just my experience. Like, I observe men. I've been around men. I see y'all. I know y'all. I kick it with y'all. They like sometimes the naiveness. Guys get a kick off of that, and I don't blame them. Whatever, that's what their creature like they're the species that they are. They like women that, like, oh my god, like, what, you really think I'm beautiful? Stop. Nobody's ever told me that. They're like, girl, yeah, let me be your Superman. They like that feeling, you know. Most men, even if they don't say it, they like to be in charge, and I like to be in charge. That's why it's a problem. And then they just stay away from me because they know that I'm not with the bullshit. They recognize that I'm not, so they don't deal with me. They don't even try. They just be like, oh, hey, what's up, Vanessa? I'm like, hey, what's up? And that's just like with like trying to do, you know, I mean, trying to be on that level. Because back in the day, I really wouldn't even care to talk to them. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Like, yeah, okay. But now it's like I'm older already. I don't really have time. Cause like now I'm like, bitch, what you trying to do in life? Like, let's conversate. Back then, if I was at the bars and I was talking to you, I really didn't care to get to know you. Not like that, but I wasn't trying to be nothing serious. Okay, so let me do this lip liner really quick. Oh, it's this stupid squeezing, and I knew that. Ew, this looks disgusting. Look what it's doing. Melted crayon. It's soft though, kind of like it. I'm scared of my like the line. I'm very like, and I don't have that, and this makes me feel like I'm not in control. And y'all know I like to be in control. So that's a problem. That guys don't like that. Maybe there's a guy that will like it though. No, but then I don't want to be like, then I don't want him to be all like, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy? Like, okay, I like a guy that is very confident in control. But like when I say something, like he needs to respect that. Like, you need to respect what I'm saying right now, and I need you to not say anything. Like, I need you not to talk right now. In this moment right now that I'm asking you, don't talk. Then they talk. I'm just saying, okay, I'm out. And then there's some that don't talk, and that bothers me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like passive either. Who knows what I want? I think I don't know what I want. And that's why I think I'm not focused on men right now. Just looking at them from my car window. Because when they start talking, bitch, that's when they ruin everything. And nowadays, guys don't want nothing serious, really. And girls either. That was cute. Okay. Now we're just going to do lashes. We're going to curl these babies. And then we're going to do lashes because I only have 2 bars left. That means I have about 10 minutes left. It's what I'm realizing. I really like how he wasn't dramatic. I hate dramatic men. I hate like escándalos. Like, sit down, relax. It's not that serious. And I only get crazy in escándalo if they get like that. Other than that, I'm not that type to act like that. I'm really not. I don't act crazy. Like, there's never no need for that. Ever. But sometimes, like when I'm trying to have a real ass conversation and you're not saying anything, like that bothers me. It drives me crazy too. So it's like, don't act crazy, but like talk, have a conversation. Communication is a deal breaker for me. I've noticed that. And then I've also had someone that like can't help but communicate, like can't help but say any little thing that bothers them. And then what bothers them, it makes no sense why it bothers them, but it bothers them. And that's why I feel like maybe we shouldn't be together, because I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And sometimes you gotta say, like, you know, validate your partner's feelings, which is 100%. This battery dies so fucking fast. And I had lashes, and I'll show you guys later. This is my little basic ass look. So one thing about this camera, mind you, this vlog is all about the inside scoop and everything. The battery dies extremely fast, and I don't like that. No. That's gonna be the only downfall, I believe. But this is the final look. This lipstick is like, and I don't really like that. But here's my little regular schmegular eyes. I didn't put the lashes because I couldn't find the lash glue. But what the fuck? We're here and we're about to eat. Well, we're not about to eat. My mom and my grandma are making sopes. Let me go this way so you can get a good lighting. They're gonna make sopes. ¿Qué van a hacer? ¿Sopes de cucarachas?
Y sopes de rata.
No, de cucarachas, para que venga ese muchacho que vino a fumigarlas. Que me fumigue.
Que te fumigue.
No seas cochina, Beatriz. ¿Qué es esto? Cabbage. ¿Quién lo cortó? No lo cortó bien alguien. Let me see your... Oh my god, where'd you get your sweater?
I can't really say.
Oh,
It's not
VIP?
out. It's not out for everybody.
Oh. So we're making sopes de carne asada. Shout out.
And then Papa Contadillo.
Shout out to la carnicería 54th.
Yeah, 54th Street.
You guys didn't get it preparada?
I think so.
Oh. Y chorizo. Sopes. ¿Y yo qué hago? ¿Qué quieren que haga?
Tú ponte a ayudar.
Ay,
Pero
no,
tu mamá
bueno.
no quiere gente, mucha gente. Déjame, salgo yo.
¿Qué hago yo?
No, estás bien aquí.
¿Corto la papa?
No tengo nada.
No, tú no la sabes cortar.
¿Qué hago pues?
¿Qué haces? Cuando se
Cuando
tenga
esté
que
la
picar,
carne, la vas a picar la
la
carne.
vas a picar, sí.
Okay.
And then I could fry the sope.
But I'm gonna get to work right now. I have some things to do for the podcast. You know, the anniversary is this Tuesday. And I have a lot of things to do. I was gonna drop my sweater, but I'm not gonna have time. And I don't want to rush because sometimes when you rush things, it don't come out good. And with merch, I really want this one to be nice, this next one. And I'm probably not gonna do it off the website. I'm probably gonna get these done. And I'm really excited for them. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. So I'm gonna get to work. The next time you see me, I'll be either cutting carne or eating sopes. Too sweet. I don't really like sweet wine. So watch me cut this meat for sopes.
Oh my God, somebody broke my thing.
Me. I just broke it accidentally because I moved and the bottle fell and cracked it. I didn't think you would notice so soon. Yes.
So do a
Hire
blue one
me.
only, Anthony. No. Okay, porque el aceite caliente.
Which one?
Yeah, that one.
That one. So first we're gonna have some beans. Una embarrada de frijoles.
Look how much doesn't need it to, but looks over here, huh?
And he's not gonna get none because he was bad today.
Okay.
He didn't want to listen, so that's why I didn't give him carne.
Okay. No, porque te portaste mal.
Being lefty too is very hard. Look at that. We're gonna do a little more because we're not at King Taco. You know, we ain't shy. Okay. And we're gonna do one papa con chorizo, which papa con chorizo is my favorite, especially for breakfast. Beef.
Pero tu cena,
Oh, there goes Vanessa being Vanessa.
no, mejor me como
¿Comes tres?
no. No comas más
Y
tarde.
la cena solo comes algo bien chiquito.
Puedes comerte tres, mamá. Que ya sí
Con
está lleno de
salsa.
aceitito. Ya.
Ponte en línea, my
Línea,
friend.
línea.
Necesito ir a recoger a Luz.
Yo lo veo bien.
Rellenos, and we could do sopes for you.
A él no le gustan los sopes.
You don't like sopes, bro?
No. No, porque una vez hice yo y como que lo vi que se lo estaba comiendo sin ganas y con tener.
Yeah, so...
No sé por qué me encanta comer, no sé.
Oh, okay, Dad.
I don't know
Pasa
why
por
this
tu
just hit
comida
me really
primero.
bad.
Pues sí puedes. Porque el Anthony se llevó mi carro. Ok, llámame cuando
I should've
estés
eaten
afuera
one.
y yo bajo. No, pues ya voy a bajar.
No, I know I need to
Espérame.
eat too. I'm not. Fuimos a caminar.
No, mañana no. Ni el
Mommy, turn it
sábado.
down, please. A little bit. We've been listening to it all morning.
Podemos caminar mañana y el sábado, mamá.
I think I ate too fast, and it was the first thing I ate.
La crema no me gusta. No, pues pura.
Vale, pones los trastes ahí en la máquina.
Están limpios los que están en la máquina.
Por eso, acomódalos.
Pues se me puede bajar la comida, doña Beatriz.
Para que tu mamá no se moje porque es malo uno se
No, no, yo lo voy a hacer, pero déjame que se me baje la comida. Me siento un poco llenita, ¿ok? Ok.
Mira, machito algo tiene, no come.
Si se abren las puertas del infierno, Los Ángeles, South Central. I give a fuck if it was bloodshed and bang.